What's good, Toiletarians? It's your master, Toilet Terry here, coming to you tonight from Toilet Ark, in the crevices of Cleveland, Tennessee, with Operation Let's Kill This Town with Laughter. Good evening, I'm your host, John Terry, and tonight's topic is... drumroll please. Why are some comedians out there labeled as vulgar or offensive? If you ask me, I'd say if I was black, I'd sue Bing Crosby for White Christmas. Oh wait, he's not a comedian, he's a musician. Toilet? Yeah? Who said that?
He meant white as in snow. That's not racist.
Oh right. Yeah, that's right. Anywho, where was I? Oh yeah. Why are some comedians out there labeled as vulgar or offensive? Well, let's see. We got Bill Cosby. I mean, look at all he's been charged for by the police. And they haven't dropped any of his charges, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see. Robin Williams, what did he do? Oh, yeah, that's right. He made fun of transgenders. I'm sure y'all are familiar with that 1993 film, Mrs. Doubtfire, where he dresses up as an elderly woman to spend time with his children after his wife divorces him and takes custody of the children. That was a great movie. But still, it clearly made fun of transgenders. Oh, here's a great one. My step-grandfather on my mother's side of the family, my Nana, who's my mom's mom, by the way, her third or fourth husband? I forget. Anywho, he told me a joke one time that nearly got me in big trouble with my dad's side of the family's grandparents. My dad's parents. When I told the joke to them, man, they looked like they wanted to kill me. So, anyway, I'm gonna tell it right now. If you're Jewish, I do not mean this to offend you. I'm only telling it so y'all out there will know just why it almost got me into trouble. Let's just say my dad's parents have friends who are Jewish, and I didn't know it until after it was too late. So here it goes. During World War II in Germany, 3 troops were rallied. There was an American troop, an English troop, and a Jewish troop. In the mess hall, they only had enough to cook to feed and to keep hydrated 2 troops, not 3. So, 1/3 would have to starve to death. So, the drill sergeant made a deal. He decides, okay, I'm going to ask each of you troops a question, one by one, and the first to get an answer wrong gets put to death. So then he asked the Americans, what's the name of the ship that sunk at the beginning of the First World War? Lusitania, they said. That is correct, said the drill sergeant. He then asked the English, how many people were aboard the Lusitania? They know the answer too, and they get it right, and he says, okay. But then he goes to the Jews, and he asks them, and what were their names? Man. I tell you, my grandparents looked like they wanted to punch the you-know-what out of me. Slap the fool out of me. They wanted to kill me even before I got to the punchline of that joke. No kidding. No wonder you never see both sides of my family in one setting at a time. Because my mother's side of the family actually thinks that's funny. I mean, my mother doesn't, but her family does. The rest of her family does. It's no wonder she married my father. And I tell you, I mean, I ain't racist or religionist or nothing. I do think that's funny, but still. But when I was a toddler, man, I tell you, I was the most racist little creature alive to ever walk the earth. And that's what my grandmother on my dad's side refers to little kids as. Oh, those little creatures. In that fake half-country accent, half-black voice.
Toilet?
Yeah?
That's racist.
Oh, right, man. Wow, I feel like such a hypocrite now.
You should.
Anywho, but yeah, I was a racist little white, sorry, Mr. Mysterious Voice, wherever you're coming from, Caucasian.
Yeah, you better be sorry.
Great, that's great. Anyway, I was checking out at this grocery store with my mom. The cashier was black, and I was only 5 years old, no, not black, African American.
That's strike 1.
Nice. Anywho, I asked him out of the blue, are you black or brown?
Talking about me?
No, silly, I'm telling these people a story.
Good, 'cause I'll fight you, white cracker.
Says the one who called me out on being racist. You hypocrite.
Yeah, great.
Anywho, the cashier didn't even take offense. He knew I was only 5, so he just burst out laughing. But my mama was not pleased. My parents had a long talk with me that night, and quite frankly, now that I'm 19 and not 5 anymore, it's a blur. All I remember is that it was just, in short, good advice too late. And quite frankly, I lucked out because the cashier actually had a sense of humor. Yeah, I'm glad my parents had that conversation with me, though, and I'm also glad my dad's side of the family confronted me the second I said, "And what were their names?"
Hey, I'm Jewish. Watch it.
Well, you could have told me that earlier.
That's no excuse. You're on strike 2 now.
You big baby.
What was that, Wiener?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Whitey.
You're such a hypocrite.
I know I am. Believe me, white cracker.
Well, I guess I no longer have to explain why it's a good thing that my grandparents confronted me after I told that joke. Seriously though, why didn't they warn me about mysterious voices in the background of my recordings? Those little creatures. Man, you know, with my dad's side of the family being that sensitive to racist jokes, half the stories of what he and his friends did to people as pranks when he was a kid really surprised me. I mean, you'd think they would have spoke to him about not being racist also? No, I don't think so. He and his friends would look up names in the phone book with the last name Wong. When Mr. Wong or whoever actually picked up the phone, my dad or one of his friends would answer, "Hi, can we speak to Bob? Or Billy or whatever?" And Mr. or Mrs. Wong would say, "We have no Bob or Billy here," or whatever, or something like that. And then my dad or one of his friends would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I think we have the Wong number." Man, the guy on the other end, Mr. or Mrs. Wong, or woman on the end, would get so angry. "Oh, I'm sick and tired of this. You kids do this all the time. Is this that erroneous or something?" I bet for people with the last name Wong, calls like that are like robocalls for us Americans. Take my Nana, for example. The one whose husband told me the "and what for their names" joke. Man, she gets robocalls all the time. The same robocalls all the time. Always asking the same thing, to speak with someone who doesn't even live there. If you ask me, I bet people with the last name Wong are just as annoyed, so they could stop their whining. All you people with the last name Wong out there who are listening right now, stop your whining. You're not the only ones receiving these calls. Hey, Mr. Wong, here's proof you're not the only one. Or Mrs. Wong. Here's proof you're not the only one. Meet my Nana. I mean, seriously, because Nana, she will pick up, okay? Hello? Yes, is this Minion McMexican? You have the wrong number. She hangs up, and then they call again later. And not too long later either, they'll answer and be like, "Yes, can we speak to Whiting McBlackbeard?" You have the wrong number. She'd hang up again. 30 minutes would go by, and it would happen a third time. Hello? Yes, can we speak to Skinny McFatso? You have the wrong number. She hangs up, and then about an hour later, a fourth call will come in. And this right here is proof that it's probably just little kids playing a joke on her. Just like people and kids who like to play jokes on people with the last name Wong. She'd answer, "Hello? Yes, hi, can we speak to Jim McWeightlifter?" Okay, that clearly gives it away. And you know what? I just want to almost go up to these kids and say, "Hey, stop calling my Nana. Hey, hey, my Nana's getting tired of this, okay? I mean, aren't you guys getting a little bit tired of just hearing over and over, you have the wrong number, and then it hanging up? What's the entertainment in that? No. Call somebody with the last name Wong and say, "Hey, can we speak to Bob or something?" And when they say they don't have the Bob there, tell them, "Oh, I think we have the Wong number." I mean, seriously, you'll get much more of a reaction out of that other than just, "You have the wrong number," hang up. Because, I mean, seriously, who would want to listen to "you have the wrong number" and a hang up over "you kids do this all the time"? Is this that erroneous or something?
Hey, that's strike 3.
Dang it. Man, I made it to my 3rd strike. Anyway, I'm your host, John Terry. I'll see you on Thursday. Tune in at 9/8 Central in the PM for the next episode. It's gonna be lit. You don't want to miss it. All right, folks, keep it real out there. Peace. Toilet out the Ark.